3 secrets in Tricell's archives, 2 hint at a parasite, 1 whispers of a blood-sealed pact. The files name Excella Gionne brokering not weapons, but a Spanish abomination. Alas, Excella's signature lingers on Umbrella blueprints, 2 hint at a parasite. Negotiations are not mutated through betrayal, but shared abridged negotiations, not a blueprint's betrayal, but a bridge. Evolvate was steered Umbrella's ambition. Tricell's whispers of agreed blood-sealed pact, shadows the files colliding, but price a paid. What did Excella promise to birth a monster from both their sins? 1 calculated handoff. Excella's the file's signature name. Excella Gionne lingers on brokering Umbrella not weapons blueprints. Her abomination negotiations not a betrayal but a bridge. Las Plagas did not evolvate was steered. A parasite spine shaped by 2 masters, its mutations a shared ledger of sins. What did Wesker's Ouroboros project inherit from this silent pact? No war between corporations. Only a fusion of ambitions buried in code-named correspondences. Tricell's labs cradled the virus' first breath, Umbrella its midwife. The world saw a rival. The files reveal a co-author. How many lives bent under the weight of their unspoken contract? The answer festers in every infected host, a legacy not of rivalry, but of collusion. And the plague, it was never just Spanish. Arclay's first spores fell in 68. By 98, Umbrella's rot spread across 3 continents. Raccoon's fires lit the fuse. Tricell's Excella Gionne didn't fight the blaze. She studied the smoke. Her reports from Zafindra detail a different vector. Not T-virus, not Las Plagas, a synchronization, contracts signed in blood and biohazards. Tricell's African labs didn't oppose Umbrella, they answered. Every infected host in Raccoon carried a question. Every Tricell specimen held the answer. The Las Plagas mutation emerged not from rivalry, but alignment. A pestilence designed to thrive where Umbrella failed, geopolitical chess. Tricell's pawns moved in shadows, countering each of Umbrella's global advances. The files don't name collaborators, they name outcomes, a virus that bypassed firewalls and immune systems alike. Excella's hand never touched the vial, but her negotiations shaped its contents. The mutation's blueprint exists in the space between agreements. Between the lines of a pact sealed not in ink but in infected tissue. The plague was never Spanish, it was shared. A legacy of collaboration buried beneath the noise of war, and in that silence the spores kept growing. The Tricell files whisper of a pact, not with words but with vectors. Excella Gionne climbed Tricell's hierarchy not through ambition, but through a calculus of survival. She saw the world as a genome raw, mutable. Her hand guided Tricell's research, but her mind reached beyond, to Wesker's shadows. Ouroboros was not a rival's poison, it was a mirror. A philosophy, evolution demands sacrifice, cross-species manipulation, a language both Tricell and Umbrella spoke. Las Plagas, that grotesque hymn of fusion, bore no single architect. It was a dialectic, a spore's journey through fractured alliances. And in the silence between deals, the virus learned to whisper back. The spores kept growing. Her vision, cold and precise, blurred the line between creation and corruption. Each mutation a question, each host an answer, the cost a symphony of suffering, yet in that suffering a new order took root, silent, patient, ready to bloom. The Tricell labs hummed with the sterile whir of machines. Excella Gionne's fingers brushed a dossier, its pages reeked of antiseptic and ambition. Umbrella's archive sealed, distant, forbidden had seeped into her vision. A parasite's logic, merge, not conquer. What does a parasite need to become a god? Las Plagas did not evolve. It was asterisk assembled asterisk. A vial of Raccoon City's old sins sat beside Kid You Just New horrors. The T-virus, once a beast of American pragmatism, now coiled with the subtlety of African spores. Tricell's scientists never spoke of Umbrella. Yet their notes, scrawled in fevered cursive, mirrored the same symbols, the same asterisk hope asterisk, a pathogen that could outlast borders, outlast death. Gionne's breath fogged the glass. She saw not rivals but twin serpents, Umbrella's reach, Tricell's cunning. No handshake, no contract, just a shared silence. The Las Plagas mutation bloomed in that silence. A child of stolen glances and unmarked shipments. The first host screamed in a language no one taught it, its body split, spores blooming like teeth. Tricell's files called it evolution, but Umbrella's ghosts whispered asterisk weapon asterisk, a parasite that could bypass quarantine, bypass flesh, bypass asterisk consequence asterisk. The cost, cities burned, a girl with insect wings. Yet Gionne's reports never named her partner, only the results, only the potential asterisk. Las Plagas was not born of war, it was born of compromise. A pact sealed in the absence of light, the world would see a monster. Tricell-Umbrella would see a mirror, and in that mirror the parasite smiled. The Tricell files confirm negotiations, not sabotage, shared research, not rivalry, a parasitic evolution forged in shadowed boardrooms. Who holds the key? A virus born from silent pacts. A name, a signature, a parasite reborn. Rivalry, a parasitic evolution forged in shadowed boardrooms. Who holds the key? A virus born from silent pacts. A name, a signature, a parasite reborn. The Tricell files reveal Excella-Gionne's negotiations with Umbrella. These were no mere transactions, they were collaborations. Las Plagas emerged not from conflict but from shared ambition. 3 subspecies, a Jules, Gionne, Plaga Master, each tier a step closer to biological domination. The virus didn't just mutate life, it unraveled it. In Raccoon City, the toll was measured in silent screams. Families became test subjects, cities became graveyards. Tricell's ledgers, stained with ink and blood, record no casualties, only progress. Excella's pen, steady and cold, sealed fates. Her deals didn't create a weapon, they created a hierarchy, a parasite that feeds on obedience. The cost. Millions of lives, a symphony of suffering. The silent pact, a requiem for the forgotten. The virus thrives, the names fade, the grief remains. Word count 198. The Tricell files, redacted and brittle, suggest a calculus of convergence, not conflict. Excella-Gionne did not barter with Umbrella's wreckage, wove it into a tapestry. Her signature beside Wesker's Ouroboros thesis is not betrayal but a cipher. Consider the Las Plagas mutation, not a deviation but a dialogue. The parasite's tendrils, the host's Calypsicho Ouroboros genetic spirals. No direct link binds Tricell's labs to Wesker's theories, yet the symmetry is too precise, a shared language of ruin. Wesker's thesis asks, must evolution ascend or can it fold inward? Las Plagas answers in flesh. The infected do not evolve at the unravel, consumed by hunger, not survival, but surrender. Excella understood this. Her deals were not transactions, they were elegies. The pact was silent because it needed no words. Umbrella's wreckage fed Tricell's ambition. Tricell's ambition gave Umbrella a new theology. Wesker, the architect of both, never sought a rival. He sought a mirror, a reflection of his own question. What if becoming other is not a fall but a return? Word count 3. The Tricell files whisper of deals sealed in shadow. Excella-Gionne's hand guided Umbrella's ambitions into African soil. Her negotiations birthed a mutation no rival could have foreseen. Las Plagas did not arise from conflict but from a silence between partners. Tricell's labs in the continent remained separate from Umbrella's global reach. Yet their goals aligned in a language of vectors and hosts. What did Excella trade to make the parasite bloom? No document confirms her role beyond facilitation. The virus escaped her grasp long before it infected the world. Today, Tricell's operations stand as they did post-2009, distinct, unlinked, a ghost in the machine. Canon offers no thread to bind them to Las Plagas' horrors. Only the weight of implication lingers, a pact unspoken, a collaboration unseen. The truth, as always, lies where the records end. The lab's fluorescent hum fractures, shadows pool where jewels wriggle blind, ravenous, threading through flesh like ink in water, a lower tier, a prologue. Then Gionne, barbed, bloated, bursting from hosts in gouts of pus and teeth. Their screams echo, but the walls here swallow sound. Deeper still, the Plaga Master coils in its vat, a crown of tendrils pulsing with stolen life. 3 tiers, 3 stages, a ladder of suffering. Umbrella's Ouroboros project knew no such steps. Its creatures gnawed their own tails in endless loops, no beginning, no end. Yet here in Tricell's archives, the parallels are carved into Excella-Gionne's notes. Her ink bleeds through pages, asterisk symbiosis as weapon, the host becomes the hive. The hive becomes the host. Asterisk, was this harmony or hijacking? Did Umbrella seed the idea, let Tricell twist it, or did Gionne's hunger mirror theirs? The Plaga Master's tendrils writhe, mimicking neural pathways. A puppeteer, a prophet, its victims don't just die at the asterisk, reverberate asterisk. Their agony feeds the cycle. How many experiments ended in silence? How many in screams, the Ouroboros files whisper of self-replication. The Las Plagas records they devour replication. One consumes data, the other consumes flesh. A flicker of film, Gionne and a shadowed umbrella figure shaking hands over a vial. No contract, no witnesses, only the virus in between, 3 stages, one purpose. The question isn't whether they colluded, it's whether they ever saw the line. The Plaga Master's vat hisses, steam blurs the glass, what climbs in the dark, what falls. The truth here is a mirror cracked, reflecting both, and behind it the same hunger, always the same hunger. The Tricell files confirm negotiations, not sabotage, shared research, not rivalry, a parasitic evolution forged in shadowed boardrooms. Who holds the key? A virus born from silent pacts. A name, a signature, a parasite reborn. But pacts with rot always demand a price. Tricell's ledgers whisper of ink-stained hands, Excella's, perhaps trading pathogens for patents. Parallel labs, separate vats, yet the same putrid symphony. Rust-stained documents hint at shared blueprints, not rivalry but a silent choreography. What emerges when 2 shadows merge? Las Plagas, perhaps. A parasite born not of chance but whispered collaboration. How many